Detroiter named Eddie. Hejka. Eddie, come on up. You're next. Eddie. Eddie, here he comes. Hello, Eddie. Pick the next storyteller when you're done, okay? Okay. Nice and cool.
Our son Sam was about 11 years old when he decided he was going to remove a perfectly healthy front lower tooth with a butter knife. Sam has autism. Now, there's been a lot of noise in social media lately, mocking parents and shouting us down if we question whether, vaccines or airborne pollutants or other toxins in the environment may have triggered our children's autism, or our willingness to try, crazy treatments. But until you've seen your child slamming his head against the wall or punching himself in the face or repeating the dialogue by memory of a 2-hour-long movie, yet unable to answer the simplest question, you have no idea of the extent to which a parent will go to save his child. Now, by the time he was 11 years old, I was doing my best to let go of the notion that I could or should save Sammy from autism. But damn it, I was going to save that tooth and any other tooth he was intending on taking out of his mouth. So around this time, he was obsessively eating popcorn. He'd eat bowls and bowls and bowls and bowls until he'd make himself sick. And that stuff gets stuck between your teeth. So I figured, he'd have the butter knife between his teeth trying to pry it loose, and he'd say, "It's stuck, Tata, it's stuck." And so I figured maybe there's some kernels stuck in there, so I'd help him brush his teeth, and I'd help him floss his teeth, and I'd floss for him. And as I do this, I've got to be perfectly calm, because Sam, when he was young, could identify basically two emotions. You're happy or you're mad. And I couldn't even be exasperated. You mad, Tata? You mad? You mad at Sammy? You mad? No, Sammy, I'm happy. So I'm happy, perfectly happy, flossing his teeth. And that didn't help. It didn't work. So I hid all the butter knives. So he got a steak knife. That was ugly. So I hid all the steak knives, so he found a flathead screwdriver. So I got the butter knives back out. Now, I'd called his dentist, and she was pretty dismissive. I don't think she could get her head around the fact that somebody might actually do this. And by this time, though, it was starting to get loose, and so I took him to see her, and she said, "Yeah, it's a little wobbly, but it's fine, it's healthy." And I said, "Well, can't you wire it to the other teeth?" Because I remember my brother, when he was a teenager playing baseball, get hit in the mouth, tooth came out, he shoved it back in, the dentist wired it in, and that way the wire would keep him from going at it with the knife. She said, "Oh, it's fine, it's not going to take it out." I said, "Well, how about braces, because the bottom teeth are all crooked anyways." She said, "We'll look at it in a couple years, we'll see if he needs braces." She said, "Look, I'll take an x-ray, we'll get a look at the root, we'll see if it's fine." For Sam to take an x-ray, I had to sit in the chair, have him sit on my lap, and he was a big guy even by this point, and I couldn't restrain him because he resisted being touched suddenly or harshly, so I had to slowly embrace him so it's a nice firm embrace, and lay us back and put that lead blanket on top of you and convince him that it's okay to put that cardboard thing in your mouth. And they finally got a picture, and then it says, "Oh yeah, that's fine, that root's healthy, it's good, but if you're worried, come back in 2 weeks and we'll take another look at it." So we left. We'd gotten maybe a quarter mile from the dentist's office. We're at a stoplight, and he says, "Here you go, Tata." I look over, and he's holding this nice long tooth in his hand with a mouthful of blood dripping down his chin. And I said, "All done, Sammy?" He says, "All done." And as I recall, that was the last tooth he took out. Well, one of my daughters tells me, "No, don't you remember he took out another one? He sort of gave it to me as a present." But it sort of exemplifies, that sort of loving mayhem a household with a child with autism is like, because I don't remember that he took out another tooth. But so even though I wasn't able to save his teeth, looking back 11 years later, I think, if Sam did not have autism, he probably could have had a future in orthodontia. Because when he made room on that bottom set, the rest of the teeth sort of filled in, and now that bottom set of teeth is perfectly straight.
All right, Eddie. Give Eddie a big round of applause. That was good.